Hello everyone, welcome to History and Culture. Here, we're going to talk with you about a super tomb hidden deep in Jingmen, Hubei Province, China, the Baoshan Great Tomb. This tomb is not only astonishing in scale and known as the Encyclopedia of the State of Chu, but it also yielded a large number of precious artifacts. The story begins in 1986. That year, Hubei Province and the city of Jingmen planned to build a railway whose route happened to pass through Baoshan Hill. This area was the core region of the ancient state of Chu. And many Chu-era tombs had already been unearthed there, giving it high archaeological value. While surveying the route, the construction crew unexpectedly discovered a looter's tunnel. This was no trivial matter. The appearance of such a tunnel meant that a tomb was very likely hidden below. The crew immediately reported the finding. And archaeologists rushed to the scene to begin their investigation. Upon arrival they found that beneath Baoshan Hill there wasn't just a single tomb, but a cluster of 5. Among them, tomb number 2 was the most impressive. The pit was enormous, clearly indicating the occupant's extraordinary status. At the site, experts also discovered 3 looters' shafts, the largest of which had a diameter of 3 meters and appeared bottomless. This showed that as far back as ancient times, people had already set their sights on the tomb, trying to explore it. Seeing water seepage around the shafts and fearing damage to the site, the team decided to launch a rescue excavation immediately. That's when things escalated. Hundreds of archaeologists worked continuously for more than a month, digging down over 10 meters without yet reaching the burial chamber. Everyone was amazed. Just how big was this tomb? To find out, they used detection instruments and discovered that tomb number 2 was a massive, T-shaped structure. The burial chamber lay 18 meters deep, equivalent to a 6 or 7-story building. The mound above was the tumulus, the hill itself, while beneath lay an inverted trapezoid pit with the chamber at the very bottom. This design was typical of Chu tombs. Because the state of Chu was in the Yangtze River basin where soil is damp and loose, the inverted trapezoid shape effectively prevented collapse. An 18-meter deep tomb was truly a top-tier project in ancient times. Imagine, modern archaeologists could not use heavy machinery and had to dig by hand. Hundreds of workers were not enough. With the railway project on a deadline, the team asked local villagers for help. News spread quickly, and villagers eagerly volunteered. After all, few people ever get the chance to personally participate in excavating such a tomb. Soon, villagers from dozens of kilometers around signed up. Eventually the team organized a total of 20,000 person-times of labor. The scene was spectacular. Practically an archaeological mass mobilization. Picture it, 20,000 people working in shifts, moving a total of 300,000 cubic meters of earth, equivalent to 120,000 5-ton truckloads. What a colossal effort! Just imagining it is awe-inspiring. During the excavation, the experts' biggest question was, had the tomb already been looted? The answer soon emerged. In one of the shafts, the team found a human skeleton alongside an iron shovel and a rotted hemp rope. They inferred it belonged to a Tang Dynasty tomb robber, likely a member of a professional gang. These intruders were clearly well prepared and highly skilled. Having dug down 15 meters underground and stopping just 3 meters short of the main chamber. Unfortunately, the tomb was so vast and the looter's shaft so deep, with no ventilation, that this tomb robber likely collapsed from lack of oxygen halfway down. In the end, the looting gang seems to have been frightened and gave up their plan. Because of this, the tomb was preserved and narrowly escaped disaster. Thinking of it, one cannot help but sigh, though ancient tomb robbers were daring beyond measure. Faced with such an enormous tomb, even they had to retreat in the face of difficulty. After several months of effort, the workers finally broke into the main burial chamber. The pit was T-shaped, more than 30 meters long and wide, and 19 meters deep, the largest Chu-era tomb discovered to date. Around the chamber were 14 inverted trapezoid terraces. This design not only stabilized the structure but also signified the tomb owner's status: the more steps, the higher the rank. Previously, a Chu state minister's tomb excavated locally had 15 steps, second only to the king's. Yet this tomb, with 14 steps and even larger scale than that minister's tomb, clearly reflected the exceptional rank of its occupant. During the dig, an amusing incident occurred. As one worker probed the soil with a luoyang spade, he had just pulled it out when a rumbling sound came from the hole and a burst of gas escaped. A co-worker nearby happened to be smoking. The gas ignited instantly, flaring up into flames. Luckily everyone reacted quickly and put out the fire. The experts, however, were thrilled, because the gas was methane, showing the tomb was extremely well sealed and that the artifacts inside were likely in excellent condition. Sure enough, at a depth of 18 meters, workers found a large amount of qinggani, a fine, highly adhesive ancient sealing clay that blocked air and moisture. Only high-status aristocratic tombs used this material. Its presence meant the main chamber was about to reveal its secrets. On January 11, 1987, after more than 6 months of work, the main chamber was finally cleared. It was sealed with 24 massive wooden beams, each 7 meters long and weighing 2 tons, wrapped in exquisite bamboo mats. Amazingly, after over 2,000 years the mats had not rotted, they were still tough. And the weaving technique was superb, beyond the reach of modern craftsmanship. Opening the wooden cover revealed the chamber divided into 5 sections, the central coffin of the tomb owner, flanked by numerous burial goods. When the coffin was hoisted out, the experts were stunned. The lacquer paintings on the coffin were still bright and vivid, with almost no fading after 2 millennia. More than 3,000 burial objects were unearthed: bronzes, lacquers, jades, each exquisite. Among them, the most striking was a phoenix bird double cup, shaped like 2 phoenixes joined together. The cups were linked at the base by small holes so that newlyweds could drink cross-arm wine on their wedding night. The design was thoughtful: those who could drink more got more, and those with low tolerance could drink less. This is the only artifact of its kind ever found, symbolizing marital affection with profound meaning. In ancient times, the phoenix was associated with fertility and reproduction, symbolizing the continuation of life. Thus, the cup's design was not only practical but also rich in cultural significance. Another find was a painted wooden box depicting a noble's outing. The scenes were arranged in 5 segments: setting out, galloping, leaving the camp, meeting, and rushing, flowing naturally together. It is considered the earliest known serial picture from the Warring States period. These scenes vividly recreate the luxury and refinement of aristocratic life at the time, as if one could see the bustle of carriages and horses and the grandeur of ceremonial escorts. In addition, the tomb yielded a folding bed made entirely of wood with mortise and tenon joints, no nails at all. When opened, it was 2 meters long, folded, only 60 centimeters, easy to carry. This bed may have been the tomb owner's travel companion, reflecting the elegant lifestyle of Chu nobles. Imagine, more than 2,000 years ago, an aristocrat traveling with such a folding bed, how particular their life must have been. Even more remarkable were 445 bamboo slips, inscribed with over 12,000 characters recording Chu's judicial practices, sacrificial rites, and ceremonial customs, including 29 lawsuit cases describing the legal system in detail. These bamboo slips were like a Chu state encyclopedia, providing invaluable material for understanding warring state society. After excavation, they were sealed with resin to protect them and facilitate research. From these texts, experts confirmed the tomb owner was Zhao Tua, the Zhuan of Chu, roughly equivalent to Left Chancellor, the third-ranking official of the state, just below the king and the Lingyin, who oversaw military and political affairs. Zhao Tua was buried in 316 BCE, during the reign of King Huai of Chu, when the state was at its peak. The tomb's scale and artifacts reflect this prosperity. At the center of the tomb was a one coffin within three outer coffins structure, decorated with exquisite polychrome paintings featuring 4 dragons and 4 phoenixes. To preserve the paintings, the archaeological team invited masters of traditional painting to copy the designs on the day of excavation, trying to restore their original colors as much as possible. Inside lay the remains of a male about 1.7 meters tall, buried with personal items such as jade by discs and jade rings. Although his burial clothes had long decayed, these artifacts still spoke of his noble status. The craftsmanship of the entire coffin complex was superb, with gold, silver, pearl, and yellow lacquers creating 9 sets of 4 dragons and 4 phoenixes designs, symbols of high rank and reverence for life. According to historians, the excavation of the Baoshan Great Tomb not only showcases the culture and craftsmanship of Chu, but also reveals an undisturbed marvel that survived for over a millennium. Its enormous scale and exquisite artifacts are truly breathtaking. 20,000 person-times of labor, 300,000 cubic meters of earth moved. 14 inverted trapezoid terraces. Behind these numbers lay the Chu aristocracy's ultimate pursuit of funerary perfection and the era's productive capacity. The discovery of this tomb was not only a major breakthrough in archaeology but also a deep exploration of Jingchu culture. It reminds us that history is never an untouchable legend but something that can be tangibly revealed to us through artifacts and ruins. This is the History and Culture channel. Liking and subscribing are the greatest help and support to us. Thank you everyone and see you in the next time.